Throughout my entire life, I've had tons of different interests, gone through a number of hobbies, and took part in a variety of activities. But the one single thing that has always stayed with me was my love for art. Art in my life represents way more than a sketch on a piece of paper or paint slapped onto a canvas. My art shows my interests, my insights, and my background, and I know that my work often shows who I am as a person. Because I was lucky enough to have a dad who was an art teacher himself, I got to watch him in the act using different supplies and techniques on his own work. By giving my sister and I our own tools to make whatever we wanted, my dad gave both of us a new outlet for our imaginations, and nearly 2 decades later, it's still my favorite thing to do. Getting started so early has had a huge impact on the rest of my life, and art is still my biggest passion to this day. Not only does it bring me closer to my creative side, but it is something huge that my dad and I will always share and have in common. Now as a 21-year-old, art not only gives me a way to express myself, but it has also been that one thing in my life that every person needs to feel that they can stand out from the rest. It's what makes me feel different and in some ways special. By no means am I a professional, and sometimes I don't even like my work when it's finished, but just completing something that takes so much time is a huge reward in itself. The goal of a lot of my art is to look realistic, but some of it can be pretty weird too. Luckily for me, I pride myself on being weird, and whether people like the end result or not, I just draw whatever I want. My brain goes all over the place and never does the same thing twice, and that's the exact same with my artwork. Every single time I start a new project, my process is never the same. I literally never know what my end result will be like because my ideas are changing all the time. My drawings and paintings are a good representation of me in all different aspects because not only do they show what I like out in the real world, but they also show my personality on the inside. In my own life, I can be kind of a perfectionist and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and in my artwork, I do the same. In high school, some of my pieces could take up to 3 months because I had to have things exactly the way I pictured, and I'm still the same to this day. My work also shows that I'm pretty unique, and I believe that's a good thing. I love all the colors, and I love the act of actually putting them on the page, but there is nothing in this world like finishing a huge piece, standing back and realizing how awesome it is that I just completed this picture. I feel proud of myself. Some people love my art and others might not, and even though this same fact goes for me as a person, all I have to do to be happy and content is draw what I want and be who I want, and the rest will fall into place.